Lego has been getting more and more expensive, especially throughout this past year, so when LesDiy reached out to send me Edgewater Keep, a mock by Bricks Fan UI made out of RioBricks, I figured why not try it. The set was sent out for free, but all opinions are 100% my own, and if you are interested in buying it, you can use the link in my description with the code RioBricks to get 20% off your purchase. Diving right in, this isn't your traditional boxy square-shaped castle. Although it has 1/3 the pieces that the Lion Knight's castle has, it kind of reminds me of it with the angled tower, the asymmetrical design, and the ability to fold it out for display. A lot of the build is standard light gray, which makes sense for a castle, but this white tower with a dark orange trim really adds a nice pop of color and contrast that helps the build stand out from a more plain looking castle. I definitely think the strong point is the exterior, as the rooms are too small to add a ton of things, but for the interior space that does exist, there's some fun little builds and items. One part that I really like is this little cave under the tower that has some food storage and a ladder going up. Also things like this dungeon with a skeleton in one of the cells, or this little study atop the tower with a letter and feather pen make the build feel more lively, which is definitely cool. Moving back to the exterior, I'm really glad that there's a lot of courtyard space as well as space on the towers to put minifigures. You can definitely display the set with figures or without, either way it holds its own in my opinion. Due to the bits of white and blue flags and other emblems, the 2013 Lion Knights, blue dragons from the D&D CMF, or even the new Horse Knights from the Creator 3-in-1 Castle all work really well to easily throw into the build. Realistically though, if you just swapped out a few parts, this castle could work for any faction, which I'm definitely a fan of. The build is just packed with little detailing all around, and I especially like the different colors of terrain to represent mud, sand, and water, as well as the touches of plant life that are present all around the build. None of the building techniques are anything crazy, and I'm completely fine with it because it doesn't take away from the quality of the build, and honestly it looks a lot like something Lego themselves might release. The set structure itself is sturdy with some nice removable roofs to see the different interiors. As I previously mentioned, the set has a hinge and it's just used for folding the back tower in or out, but the set also splits up into 3 sections connected by pins. There's not really any display reason to take it apart unless you want to remove a section, but it can make it a bit easier to transport, which I definitely think is a nice touch. The only thing that I don't like about the build itself is this clock, as it doesn't work super well for the medieval aesthetic, but it can easily be removed and even replaced with something else, so it isn't a big deal in my opinion. That covers the actual set, but a big question that I'm sure a ton of you have is how good the bricks they use really are, as this is made with RioBricks, aka non-Lego but Lego compatible bricks. I will say that they definitely are tighter and can be a bit hard to fully click sometimes, but overall they're actually really solid, especially when you consider the money you're saving. They're definitely better than the RioBricks I remember having as a kid, so I was pleasantly surprised. Now one thing that I do want to mention is that LesDiy doesn't use numbered bags for this set, which was slightly annoying, but after taking a bit of extra time to sort everything by color, it really wasn't that big of a deal. In terms of value, you're getting a set with over 1,500 pieces for just $88 after my discount code, which is just under 6 cents per piece. A lot better than most Lego sets. Something else that I really love about LesDiy is that they're working directly with mock designers for the sets as opposed to using the work without proper credit or permission like some other sites do. Definitely go check out Bricks_fan_UI on Instagram, as he makes a ton of other cool builds, some of which have free instructions, and he even designed the recent medieval seaside market from the Bricklink designer program. LesDiy also has a ton of other awesome looking sets on their website, and my discount code RioBricks will work for any of them if you do happen to be interested, so definitely check them out. To wrap up my thoughts, I honestly am a big fan of this set, and I've already cleared out space on one of my shelves to display it. The design is high quality, and overall it was a fun build. I very much like that it looks good from pretty much any angle due to all the detailing. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments, and thanks again to LesDiy for sending it out. Once again, don't forget to use the code RioBricks for 20% off your purchase, and as always, thank you for watching.